Alright everybody, I'm back. We have another match for you. This is a B-side match. We have Steve Pulido and Jeff Z. This is Steve that's at the table. He won the leg and broke, came up dry, and then Jeff played, I was typing, so I think Jeff played a defense or a push here, and Steve makes a good hit, and I think he maybe kind of hooks Jeff a little bit. Excuse me. I went down the wrong pipe. Jeff was looking at where the 2 ball is and what he can do with the 2 ball and how he can get at the 1 ball. Looks like he's looking at coming in behind the 8 ball, skimming down, I think. I was going to say, that seemed kind of odd. Alright, so let's bring in Steve back up to the table. This is what Steve is looking at in terms of it's the 6 ball that's in the corner pocket there and the 1 ball that's 1 diamond over. So he's looking at coming off that side rail and into it. If he hits the 1 right and it hits the 6 should go. Yep, and decent shape on the 1. He can try to maybe come off that side rail, head rail, and back down for the 2. The 2 is going to be a bit of the sticky wicket because it really doesn't have a pocket except for maybe the off-angle 2-4 combo. So Steve is either looking at the 2-4 combo or he is looking at playing a safe. Safety it is. Although Jeff might have an edge of that 2-ball. Looking at it this way. He might have an edge, but he's looking at kicking to make it, and he makes it, but I'm not sure he's got a window for the 3-ball. It's a thin window between that 4 and 7. He might still be there. So he made the 3, made a hit on the 3, just brought the 3 all the way down to the bottom rail. And Steve misses the 3-ball. My apologies, sneezing a little bit here. Steve missed the 3-ball, so that's giving Jeff ball in hand. Unless he can get on the other side of the 4 doesn't have a pocket either. My apologies there, guys. I seem to be having a sneezing fit, and every time I think it's over and I come back live to talk again, I think I have to sneeze again. All right, so what is Jeff looking at here? It's definitely going to have to run into the 7. Jacking up. Oh, wow. He avoided the 7. I didn't think there was any way he was going to be able to avoid the 7, but he put enough spin on that to just spin it up table. Now the 7 goes clean into the corner pocket. Looks like he's putting some draw on it to try to come back up table for the 8, or at least spin over. Well, that was a nice controlled draw stroke. We've been talking kind of all day about, you know, draw for show, follow for the dough, and the problem with a lot of folks and their draw stroke is they just hit too hard, and that's why it rattles. If you have a nice, smooth, controlled draw stroke, you're much better chance of making it. And wow, he just hung that 8 ball. Got over there for the 8, but he just hung the 8. Got over there for the 9, but he just hung the 8. So this is what Rick is going to look at here. He's going to wait for that gentleman there on the table behind him. Steve. God, why do I keep saying Rick? For crying in your root beer. Steve. There we go. So Steve gets on the board. Let's see, I called him the right name that time. No, the picture that pictures that Ramil took did not reflect the All right, so my apologies. I was looking at something else. I missed the fact that Steve got a second rack, so he is now up 2-0 over Jeff Z. Again, this is a B-side match, like I was saying. We are currently populating the round of somewhere between the round of 32 and the round of 16 on the B side. We are we have one more round to play on the A side, and once those rounds are done, that round is done, we'll have populated the final 8 on the A side. And I believe all matches that are currently underway are B-side matches. Oh wow, he slops in the 9 ball. Gets a 3rd win. Three, 6, 7. So we got 2 on the break. Does not have a look at the 1 ball, so he can push here. Yeah, Warner, Rick is fast moving up our list of new those eligible to be our new intern. So Steve played a nice save here. The 6 ball kind of makes this one rail kick a little bit sketchy. So it looks like he's going to have to try to catch it on the front side, which he does. Very nicely done. So what kind of pizza there, Rick? What kind of pizza is your favorite? And Steve makes a nice hit there too, but I think he might have left the 1 ball makeable. It's on the rail, but I think it's makeable. All right, so I'm just looking at where our current intern Ramil is playing, and his match is he's at the bottom of the bracket, so he's one of the first B-side rounds. They're finishing up the first B-side round, so this will populate the round. They've populated the round of 64, so now they're populating the round of 32. Finishing up populating that, and then they'll be playing those matches to get down to the round of 16. Yes, hamburger, bacon makes everything better, guys. I totally agree with you on that. Sorry, I'm trying to, for some reason my iPad has stopped rotating the screen, and I can't remember how to fix that. So anyway, I will stop focusing on that and start focusing on the game. We are 3-1. Steve Pulido up over Jeff Z. This is a B-side match. We are towards the tail end of the first round of the B-side matches, so we've got quite a few to go to get down to the final 8 on the B-side. One more round will get us to the final 8 on the A-side, so they'll probably do a couple of rounds of B-side. And then they'll play those last rounds of the A-side. I am not entirely sure how long we'll be with you. Probably at least, another good 3 hours. And yes, honey cough drops should be on the list as well. Gotta have cough drops. That was a nice save. Very nice. Let's go to the other angle here. He's behind the 6, so he can't do the one rail kick off the head rail unless he spins around the 6, and then he's gonna have to try to get over to the side rail to come down for the 4. So Steve is just gonna intentionally foul here and try to marry the 4 ball and the 9 ball without setting up the 4-9 combo. I just kind of put it to sleep and turn it back on, and it seemed to work. So I don't know, at least it's rotating again. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Distractions. So Steve has kind of put Jeff in about the same spot that Jeff put Steve in a little bit ago. So he's going to try to masse around the 9 and maybe make the 5. If he can hit it square enough, it'll go in. Oh, didn't quite get enough around it. So with his ball in hand, Steve's going to come around the 6 ball, make the 6 in the same pocket. He's got the 7 up table. Put a lot of, oh, he's going to get stuck behind the 8. Nope, he's okay. He's okay. Nothing like being on the B side and facing elimination to get you focused, huh? Of course, Steve is having more chances at the table this time than he did the first match on the stream. Nice bump on the 9. That was very nice. All right, 4-1. All right, so here we go. Steve is breaking. He is up 4-1. If you're just joining us, this is the 2017 Thanksgiving Classic. We're coming to you live from Malarkey's Pool and Brew. I'm Ann Bounds with Rail to Rail Productions. Adrienne has gone to check into our hotel for the night so that we're not trying to do that at midnight tonight or something close to that. And the intern, the current intern, is off playing. The replacement intern is in New Hampshire, so, you know. Now you know where everybody's at. We will have more trivia here. In fact, let me take a look and see where we are with that. All right, so Steve turns the table back over to Jeff. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. Jeff almost just rattled that 4-ball. Doesn't leave himself very pretty on the 5, and he's shaking his head. He is not happy with himself. He's able to make the 5, and I think he still has a decent look on this 6-ball. Get that switched over here. Hi, Princess. This is a race to 7 on both the A side and the B side. This happens to be a B side match. Our match is we have Steve Pulido and Jeff Z. This is Jeff that's at the table. He is trailing in this match 4 games to 1. Steve has gotten a couple of lucky rolls, but mostly he's been keeping Jeff in his seat. So at the conclusion of this rack, we will have a trivia question for you guys. And if you're just joining us like Princess, the way we do our trivia is I will flash a question on the screen. If you are the first person to answer that question correctly in our chat room, you will receive an entry into our drawing for an Ernie Amori custom cue. All right, so Steve pockets the 9-ball, so he goes up 5 to 1. It's the cue that I play with. A little bit of a soft break for Steve. It felt like he maybe mishit that a little bit. Let's see here. So he's pushing. Jeff makes a good hit. A couple of the rules for this tournament. This is obviously it's 9-ball. It is 3-foul rule is in effect. You are allowed to jump. They have outlawed safety breaks. The 2-ball must be racked in the bottom of the rack. 9-ball breaks do not count in the bottom 2 pockets. Race to 7 on both sides. Ooh. Just a little bit of an overcut. Steve would love to close this rack out and go up 6-1, get himself on the hill, kind of right the ship. You know, he had a little bit of an issue in the first game that he played. Like I said earlier, he really just didn't get much of a shot at the table. So. Three nine. Got that 9-ball moving. Off the 5. No, Warner, it's not Richard and Kyle Petty. That would be the NASCAR Hall of Fame, not the BCA Hall of Fame. Nicely done. Now he just needs to, same kind of stop shot for the 7. He'll have the 8 in the corner. And then he just needs to come off this side rail a little bit and he'll have the 9. Depending on where he ends up, he can take the 9 on the side or he can take the 9 up table. And he's going for the 9 on the side. All right, that puts Steve on the hill. A little bit better break from Steve that time in terms of sounding better. It felt like he made a better connection. Still didn't drop anything. He might have left Jeff a little bit of a look with that 1 ball. Just couldn't quite bring it home. All right, so Steve has the, he can see that 1 ball, but the 1 ball doesn't really have a pocket unless he comes in behind it and perhaps kicks it over into the corner pocket, but he tried to just make something magical happen there. Rick, you have the correct answer to the trivia question. Jacob, Schaefer, Jr. and Sr. are the only father and son duo elected into the BCA Hall of Fame. Good job, Rick. Bless you. Ooh. Jeff has been in his seat so much that he just, when he does have an opportunity, he can't get anything going. Kind of like Ramil earlier today when he was on the stream table. He just, you know, just cannot get himself on track. Ooh, a little far, a little far. Slight undercut. All right, well, come on, Jeff. If you're going to make something happen, now is the time. And this is the place. These are the times that try men's souls. Just a little too fat on that 6 ball. Yeah, Rick, I know what you mean when you have an old cue. I have a cue that I've had for probably close to 30 years. It was the first real cue stick that I owned. It's a Schmelke. I got it in Salem, Oregon at the cue ball eons ago. And I still play with it. It wasn't until last year when Ernie gifted me with a custom cue to play with in exchange for, you know, live stream promotion that that I actually had something that wasn't a production cue, you know. And I love my Ernie cue. It is a great cue. It was a little harder. Once I don't want to say harder. It was. Is that you? Okay, you're live. It was. It's not. It was different to get used to because it is a center weighted cue versus having all the weight in the butt of the cue. So that made it a little bit different to play with.
It's an adjustment.
Yeah, but once I got used to it, whew, it added at least a half a skill level to my game. Could you switch camera angles?
Yeah.
Please. Well, Ricky did not leave himself super friendly on this 9 ball. Oh wow, that was a great try. And unfortunately, I think that's going to leave something for Jeff here. you go to the other angle? Thank you. All right, so Jeff extends the match. It's 6-2. Rick, the APA level 2.5 is kind of like the secret menu at Sonic. You have to know about it.
There's a secret menu at Sonic?
Is it Sonic? You get animal style?
No, that's In and Out.
In and out, in and out. Sorry, in and out. In and out, Sonic. Close enough. Nice defense by Steve.
Wasn't a defense.
Oh, did he make a ball?
Yes.
I didn't see the ball go in, sorry.
Yes. The 4-ball went down.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
I thought that was going all the way.
That was a great effort. It's a great effort.
So how many times did you use bold choice on Julie's match?
I kind of forgot.
Oh, jeez. She's gonna be so
After we did it that couple of times, I kind of forgot.
she's gonna be so disappointed.
Sorry. Well, it'll teach her to trust me.
Trust you? For what?
To follow directions.
Oh. Yeah, you can't be trusted to follow directions.
I can't be trusted hardly at all. You're lucky I remembered to pick you up today.
I know. I saw you. Just drove right by my house and had to back up.
It's kind of the only way to get into your driveway from the direction I was coming from, you know.
Jeff gets a little love here. So how many times have you called Steve Rick?
Oh, too many times.
Why?
Because for some reason I said hi Rick to him this morning, and he's like, Steve. I'm like, oh crap, I'm sorry. And Rick is stuck in my head.
Oh, jeez.
You know how that happens. It's kind of like
So that's why Turbo Draw said Steve.
Yes, and it's kind of like when we were in APA and I kept calling Eleanor Sophia, or was it Sophia Eleanor? Whatever I did, I was just like, yeah, it was crazy.
You were calling Sophia Eleanor.
Yeah, there you go. You sure it wasn't the other way around?
Positive.
Okay.
Ask Sophia about it.
She's gone, thank God. I don't have to embarrass myself in front of her again.
Again.
Still.
Did you take NyQuil?
I did not know.
Oh, okay.
We have now reached the chess match portion of our broadcast. Rick, somebody is up 4-0 in that match, and I'm not sure who, between Ramil and Puddintain, aka Joe.
He's our friend.
I certainly hope it's Ramil that's up 4-0 because he's wearing a rail-to-rail shirt.
Yeah. It would be nice. Represent.
Nice shot by Steve. He just has to get back over for the 6. Oh. That was not a smooth stroke on his part. I'm sorry. Current intern is in a match with Joe. Future intern is requesting information about current intern.
Okay.
Which, you know, this is all kind of like the Ghost of Christmas Present, Ghost of Christmas Past, Ghost of Christmas Future. You'll shoot your eye out. You're not paying any attention to me.
No, I'm.
A wee bit of an overcut. Could you go to the other angle? Thank you. Oh, I think you might be able to see some of that 5 ball. Ooh. 5-9 combo. 5-9 combo. What's he saying? You can never have too many of?
Interns.
Oh, no, that's very true. You need the coffee intern, you need the sandwich intern, you need the water intern. You need to cart everything to the venue intern, to set everything up at the venue intern, all of those things, right?
Yep.
The makeup intern.
The copy intern.
Yeah. Princess, I am not sure who's going to be up next. It could have been you if you had, played in this tournament.
Is it? Is that Princess?
I think that's our princess, yes. Because he called me by name. The drive to Seattle intern.
Oh, we could use one of those. Then we both can sleep.
I'll stretch out in the heated back seat. You can lay back in the heated passenger seat. Scratch on the brake. Ooh, that's not what Jeff needed. Yeah, I saw it. Rick says, great, the one that takes the rap turn intern. I'm not seeing any problem with any of this.
I'm not either. I'm kind of liking it.
Yeah. He's the one that wanted to be our intern. This is what you have to put up with. I'm just saying.
At least you'll have fun. Right?
Yeah.
He said he wanted to play, have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he can tell me what the commentators do with their freaking cords so they don't trip over them when they're in the booth.
How about just pay attention to where the cord is so you're not walking on it?
Well, no, it's just, it's like it's here, it's there. Some of them have it behind their back, but it's always, you go to move and it's hanging down and it catches your leg. And
trying to keep an eye on Rammel's match over there so I can figure out who's up 5-0. He doesn't look very happy.
No, he doesn't. Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
What?
He says up on the table, he says, give yourself enough slack. Oh, can't go wireless.
I would love to go wireless.
He says, tape the rest of the table.
That's what would happen to me. I think I
That
give
would
myself
work for me.
enough.
I'm not sure it would work for her. I'm sure she'd hang herself.
I would totally hang myself.
Ramil is up 5-1.
Okay. All right, get over on the other side of the 9. Good job for Rick. He finds himself in one game hell. I often find myself in one ball hell. He is in one game hell. Just needs one more game to close out this match, and he hasn't quite been able to do it. So he has given Jeff a lot of air in this match.
He's not.
He's not going with it.
No. Big Daddy's going to have to find somebody else. Bubba.
Well, you know, if he was the intern he's trying to make himself out to be, he'd figure out a way to frame the current intern.
Huh.
Right?
Well. Yeah.
Yes, that is why we are the bosses. Because we have the brilliant ideas. Uh-oh, she's got dial-up look.
That was
processing.
that was brilliant ideas. Okay. I'm not so sure that we can call them brilliant.
It sounds so much better than dim bulb. Come on. I got this really dim bulb idea. Versus, I got this really brilliant idea. Come on.
Huh. If you ever come at me like that, I know we're in trouble. I know it's the rattlesnakes all over again. I'm just, yeah. It's right here. It's on my lap. No, not really. It's not the deer in the headlight look. It's
If you ever watched the Star Trek The Next Generation and Data was trying to process information, that's a dial-up look.
it's like,
She's trying to make a connection with her brain.
or I'm trying to think of a good comeback and it's just not connecting yet. And oftentimes they confuse the dial-up look with the I cannot believe you just said that look.
Well, because, you stopped doing facepalm.
Because I got a palm print on my forehead.
I have a feeling that Steve has given too much air to Jeff. And he's getting stronger and stronger with each rack that Steve fails to get out.
Looks like Ramil and Joe are taking a break. Or Joe's taking a break.
Yep.
6-2 over there.
Yeah, and Ramil, I guess, set him up for a 3-9 combo.
Yikes. What's that guy's name?
Eric Tui.
That's, yes.
Yes, Rick, that's exactly what we're saying.
Only once in a while.
It happens most often when I try to talk to her about something too early in the day.
That's just wrong.
Yeah. Because I wake up awake and she doesn't.
And I stay up much later than she does, so she turns into a pumpkin about,
Now.
yeah, right now.
Yeah, pretty close.
If not a half an hour sooner.
No, I'm probably good for another hour. And then I'm, mush for brain. All right, so Steve was finally able to close. Good Lord, Rubber Duck. That guy there.
Steve Pulido.
Steve was finally able to close this match out, 7-4.